defends. 8 seconds. Looking to go to 7. LeBron in the paint. Hop step. LeBron kicks it out to Trent. Can he do it again? Rims in. You've got to be kidding me. And we're going to 7. The Los Angeles Lakers are the 2021 NBA champions of the world. After losing Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals first round, NBA MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo is a free agent, and will he decide to re-sign with the Milwaukee Bucks next year or go to a different team? In breaking news, James Harden demands a trade out of Houston. He'll be going to a different team. Comment down below where you think they're going to go to. 2,500 likes for the next part ASAP. And you guys killed the likes, so today we're going to do part 2. Let's go back to 2021 NBA offseason. We saw Giannis Antetokounmpo, the MVP, opt out of his contract in free agency. Some people thought he was going to stay. Some people think he's going to go. But the reports are in. Giannis Antetokounmpo is taking his talents to Portland and join the Blazers. This is crazy. Trying to win a championship with Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. There's a new big 3 in the West. We know James Harden demanded a trade out of Houston. And James Harden's going to be traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Michael Porter Jr. and a couple first-round picks. And not only is he back in OKC, he's back with his former teammate Chris Paul as they're looking to contend for a championship this season. This year's offseason wasn't as crazy as last year's, but there's a pretty big story out in the East. Trae Young, a free agent off his rookie contract, so Young will go down to South Beach and join the Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero. Before we check out their rosters, I know a lot of you guys like to look at the draft, so this is the 2022 NBA draft here on NBA2K21. The simulation, as you see, the Knicks, they were a playoff team, but they got the first round pick via Dallas, and there you guys have it. You saw Cade Cunningham go. There's some great players in this draft. And anyways, on to the season. We're going to go over the teams. There were a good amount of changes in the NBA, but not as much as last year. As you see, the Sixers still have LaMelo Ball. The Milwaukee Bucks lost out on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and that is crazy. The Chicago Bulls are rebuilding very nice in this series. As you see, Zach LaVine, Kobe White, Anthony Edwards, players are progressing, as well as the Cleveland Cavaliers. And over the next 10 years, or now 9 or 8 years, you guys will see all the changes in the NBA, teams rebuilding, teams going downhill like the Clippers. They need to do something quick. They're kind of falling off. As you see, the Grizzlies, Ja Morant, 94 overall. So is Marcus Smart on that team. Atlanta Hawks lost out on Trae Young. Not sure how they're going to do. Miami's looking crazy. As we see, Young, Tyler Hero, Butler, Adebayo. Low-key, Charlotte's rebuilding as well. Bol, Colin Sexton, PJ Washington. And guys, shout out to all the love you showed in part number 1. I'm going to leave some comments up on the screen from last video. Everybody's part of the series. You guys are commenting, engaging with each other. It's a lot of fun. I see all of that. I read every comment. So keep doing that and you have a chance to be shouted out in the next one, as well as liking the video as Cade Cunningham on the New York Knicks. The Lakers looking to repeat in this simulation. They kept the same team, so no changes there. They got LeBron James back. The Orlando Magic, they got Blake Griffin, but he's an 81 overall. Is it time to call it quits for Blake Griffin? We haven't seen major retirements in this video yet. The Brooklyn Nets, they're the defending runners-up. They went up in the East. They won the East last year. They're going to keep the same squad. The Nuggets, Jamal Murray, the Pacers, they look the same, to be honest. You got to go change something in Indiana as the Pelicans. Zion Williamson, 94 overall. Brandon Ingram, an 88. The Pistons get Lonzo Ball. He's still an 85. Raptors, guys, I don't know why DeRozan is so low. I saw a lot of comments in the last video. He definitely should be higher, but I guess he's just falling off on this series. Now the Rockets keep Westbrook, but they got Michael Porter Jr. in their OKC trade. Spurs have Andre Drummond with Dejounte Murray. The Suns, Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton, each in 90 overall. And as we see, the Thunder, James Harden's back in OKC, joining Chris Paul in 87. And how about Alexander's in 89? So OKC is definitely a contender. The Timberwolves are also a contender. We saw in the first part, Ben Simmons in that trade for the #1 pick. The Blazers get Giannis Antetokounmpo. So the West and the East, I mean, this NBA right now in this series, anybody can win. I'm not gonna lie, this is definitely a lot of fun. As we see, the Warriors got Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. The Wizards get Jameis Wiseman. They're trying to rebuild in DC. Let's see if they can make the playoffs this year. But guys, we're gonna submit to the end of the season to see who makes the postseason and check out the league MVP awards. Let's go. MVP goes to Luka Doncic, 35 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. The Dallas Mavericks have an NBA superstar. Evan Mobley, the Rookie of the Year for the Toronto Raptors. Looks like Toronto got a young star. Spencer Dinwiddie is the sixth man of the Brooklyn Nets. Anthony Davis, Defensive Player of the Year with 23 points. Luka Doncic even won Most Improved. Brad Stevens is the Coach of the Year of the Boston Celtics, the first team All-NBA. LeBron James still making it. Yes, LeBron James in 2022 is on the first team All-NBA with John Morant, Giannis, Nikola Jokic. Second team, Cole Anthony makes it. Kawhi, Donovan Mitchell, Joel Embiid. All-NBA third team, Kevin Durant, Zion Williamson, Karl-Anthony Towns, Curry. Doncic is the scoring champion at the end of the season. Donovan Mitchell falls behind Morant, Embiid, Tatum, Leonard, Russell, Trae Young, Jokic, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, all lead the league in points. Going on to rebounds, Ayton, Embiid, Jokic. Assists per game, we got John Morant, Luka Doncic. Now we got steals, Jimmy Butler, Kawhi Leonard. Blocks, Mitchell Robinson, the New York Knicks with 3 blocks almost. And on to the standings. In the East, the Celtics come up with the number 1 seed, fall behind the Chicago Bulls, the Brooklyn Nets, the Charlotte Hornets, the Miami Heat with Trae Young. The Hawks make it, the Magic make it, the Cavaliers make it, the Bucks miss out, the Raptors miss out, the Knicks miss out. So definitely a crazy year in the East. And going on in the West, the Blazers with Giannis get the number 1 seed, Pelicans 2, Grizzlies 3, Jazz 4. Then we got the Mavericks, Timberwolves, Suns, Spurs, and the defending champions don't even make it. Tied with the Spurs. They're going to get kicked out. The Lakers cannot go back-to-back. That's actually unbelievable. I did not expect that. And here's their bracket for this year's NBA playoffs. Don't even know what to say. I don't know how the Lakers did not make it, but we have the defending East champions, Brooklyn Nets, at the 3 seed. And guys, round number 1's coming up here in a second. All these games simulated here on NBA 2K21. Comment your predictions. And without further ado, let the playoffs begin. Making their first appearance in the playoffs since LeBron James there, the Cavaliers make it, but they're going to follow a sweep of the Boston Celtics, and the Celtics are going back to the conference semifinals. They're going to sweep the Cavaliers. Minnesota and Memphis are tied about 108 in game number 5. Minnesota leads the series 3-1, looking to win here in 5. Bertans underneath there, the foul. That gives them a 2-point lead. And look at this, Marcus Smart fouling out from Memphis. Bertans picked up in the offseason. And in last season, both these teams did make the playoffs. However, the Grizzlies fell in the first round. Wolves fell in the second. The Wolves are going to go back to the semifinals. Grizzlies trying to force a game 6. Morant drives. What a pass. I mean, I don't think he had a pass that. He had a shot as it's Wendell Carter Jr. Sent back by Towns. 31 seconds to go. Inbounding from the baseline, down 3. It's Quinn Cook around the screen. Good screen. Floater high over Towns. Quinn Cook puts it in. Grizzlies don't have a timeout, so they need a stop and a score. D'Angelo Russell looking to put the dagger here in Memphis. 19 seconds. About a 3-second half shot differential from the shot clock in the game clock. The 2020 Rookie of the Year will defend. Around the pick, Russell throws a pass into Towns. Could have been stolen, but he got there on a perfect pinpoint pass. And now down by 3 points. Sees on the line. Morant, Johnson, back to Morant. Deep 3. In and out. Would have went down. But on the road, the Timberwolves are going back to the conference semifinals. And so it's the Utah Jazz falling to the Dallas Mavericks. The Jazz were the number 1 seed in the last simulation in last year, but this time they're going down the first. Now we see the Portland Trail Blazers after they picked up Giannis Antetokounmpo, number 1 seed in the West, and the number 1 seed will advance to the conference semifinals, taking on the San Antonio Spurs in 5. Game 6 in Orlando, where Chicago leads the series. They're down 1, looking to close it out on the road. LaVine on the drive. LaVine sent back by Griffin. Fight for the ball. And look at this. Griffin and LaVine going at it. We're getting prime Blake Griffin here in the 2022 NBA playoffs. How about this? Orlando is on their feet. Can our Magic force Game 7? Jump ball between LaVine and Griffin. 46 seconds. Ball in the air on its way. Bulls recover. Jacoby White. Anthony Edwards. Missed a 3. Rebounded by Fournier. Up by 1 point. What will Orlando do? Evan Fournier gives it to Vucevic. 33 seconds. Cole Anthony 3. He missed it. Vucevic the offensive rebound to Blake Griffin. Blake in the post. Spin move. Blake Griffin can't be stopped in Game 6. 3-point game. 24 seconds remaining. Can they tie it up? Will they go for the quick 2 underneath? It's Kobe White. White puts it in. This game isn't finished. They're going to have to play the foul game with 22 seconds. But how about this late fourth quarter run by Orlando? You know they want to go to 7. I mean, they're the 7th seed. But both these teams, 2 rebuilding franchises, in this 10-year simulation, and they're both doing very well as Fournier at the line made the first one, got the second. It's a 3-point game, one stop, and we're going to 7. Marking it inbounds to Levine. Zach Levine, 17 seconds to go. 15, Levine on the drive, crossover to White. White with 11 seconds. Anthony with Ben, pull-up jumper, won't go. That's the shot they weren't needing right there. Don't know why he took it, and that's it. We're going to 7. Big time game from Blake Griffin and the Orlando Magic. I'll be back in the simulation later for that. The 2021 Eastern Conference champions, Brooklyn Nets, are going back to the semifinals, taking down the Atlanta Hawks. Honestly, give Atlanta some credit. They lost their best player in Trae Young, and they still made the playoffs, but the series is over. On to Game 7, can you believe this? In Charlotte, the 4 vs 5 seed, Miami Heat versus the Charlotte Hornets. Game 7, 3-point game, 19 seconds. Trae Young on Rose, pump fake, has nothing, tough fadeaway, puts it in. Trae Young, that's a big time shot and the game is not over, but they're going to have to play the foul game once again. And I'm not too sure who this guy is at the free throw line. You guys down below, let me know who this is. Honestly, I'm not really sure. I'm not even pronouncing his name. But he got both free throws. It's a 3-point game. The Charlotte Hornets are 13 seconds away from advancing the conference semifinals against the Celtics. And here comes Trae Young. Hero a deep 3. Bang! Tyler Hero out of nowhere with 7.7 to go. Derrick Rose looking to win the series at home. 3 seconds. They go to Bobo. Layup. No. We're going to overtime in Game 7 of this first round series. It's anyone's game to take. In overtime, 45 seconds. Miami now down 1. Almost thrown away as Butler gathers. Jumper won't go. Rebounded by Adebayo. He got the layup. Now it's a 1-point game. Heat lead with 38 seconds. Who's going to step up in Charlotte? The Hornets are rebuilding very nice in this series. And can they go to the conference semifinals? It's Colin Sexton on Tyler Hero. A very tough team in Miami. Can the Hornets do it? It goes to Derrick Rose on Young. Rose, drive. Yes! In the 2022 NBA playoffs, it's been the veterans, Blake Griffin and now Derrick Rose in Game 7. 21 seconds. Trae Young with the ball. Here comes the pick from Adebayo. Young driving on Bull and 1. Trae Young with the foul. How did he get that off of a Bull, a 7-footer? At the line, free throw was good. This game, this series is unreal. 16 seconds, and the Heat are 1 step away from going to the conference semifinals. It's Sexton with the ball. 12 seconds to go now on Tyler Hero. Fans on their feet. Shot clock turned off. No more timeouts. Rolls with motion. Sexton. Here comes the pick. Driving on Butler. Puts in the layup. 0.4 remaining. Colin Sexton. Trae Young full court shots. No good. And we got double overtime. This finish, this series, this game was unbelievable, but it's the Charlotte Hornets in Game 7 in double overtime, taking down the Miami Heat. What a series. Miami won't win this year, but I guarantee you later on in the series, they're going to be contenders. And now we go to Phoenix. Oh my goodness, I almost said Phoenix. As we see the Suns go down on the Pelicans in Game 7, so 145-139, a high-scoring game, but Phoenix is eliminated. And now we go to this Game 7. We saw Blake Griffin go off in Game 6 to force it. Can the Magic win on the road? 40 to drive, puts in the lane with 34 seconds. Magic lead by 2. Chicago, 32 seconds, down by 2. They're not trying to blow a 3-2 series lead. It's Anthony Edwards. Edwards is going to pull up and puts it in. Anthony Edwards, huge shots. He's going to be a star in this simulation and in this series. Anthony Edwards, big time shots. And here comes another star in the making. Cole Anthony, 3-second shot differential. Fans on their feet. Vucevic in the post. Bully ball. Layup is good. 13 seconds. Chicago down 1. No timeout. Game 7. Winner go home. Edwards. Levine. Levine bounces off a trampoline with 8 seconds. Scores the go-ahead buckets. No timeout. Cole Anthony on the drive. Vucevic fadeaway at the buzzer. No. Chicago wins. Unbelievable series. The Bulls will advance to play the Brooklyn Nets in the conference semifinals. On to the conference semifinals. Give credit to Orlando. They're going to be a team to compete with later on in the years. But you guys see the matchup in the bracket. We're going to simulate these conference finals here in NBA 2K21 to see who makes the Western and Eastern Conference Championships. So guys, this sometimes happens. I actually simmed too far, and as we see, the Minnesota Timberwolves will actually advance against the Pelicans in 5 games. Let's look at the stats real quick. Simmons with 26, Towns with 18, and Minnesota's on to the Western Conference Championship. Now we go to Boston, and after losing last year in the conference semifinals to the Brooklyn Nets, the Celtics will advance to the Eastern Conference Finals the first time since 2020 against the Miami Heat. And here we go, Charlotte's eliminated. On to Game 7, Dallas, Portland, 2 great teams going at it. Look at Antetokounmpo misses the jumper. I mean, why are you taking that? I figured he could go in the paint, but here comes Dallas on the break. Brunson to Luka Doncic, winner go home. 121-121. Kuz missed a 3. Antetokounmpo the rebound. Nobody can get a shot here in Game 7. 17 seconds. It looks like the Blazers will hold for the last shots. They have Damian Lillard, but they also have Giannis Antetokounmpo. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. Do we got overtime, or can the Blazers win it? McCollum in the paint to Giannis. Giannis the mismatch. Spin move. Layup with .6. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Huge buckets acquired in the offseason. Brunson. No. And how about this? The Portland Trailblazers are going to the Western Conference Finals. Down go the former East champions. Brooklyn Nets in 7 as Levine. No respect. Chicago, another Game 7 victory, and they're on to the Eastern Conference Finals to play the Celtics, the 1 vs 2 seed there, but Brooklyn is eliminated. Chicago versus Boston in the East, Portland versus Minnesota in the West. Only 2 teams can advance to the NBA Finals. This is the 2022 NBA Conference Finals here on NBA 2K21. Let's get this one simulated. In Chicago, Boston down 3-2, looking to force 7. Meanwhile, Chicago with a win is going to the NBA Finals. 116-116. Walker, floater, yes! 22 remaining. Chicago down 2. We've seen Chicago winning Game 7 against Orlando. Beat Brooklyn in 7, and now looking to win in 6 to go to the championship. Now it's Levine at the top of the key. 14 seconds remaining. Zach Levine on the drive. Levine, now on Tatum, spin move, lefty layup, he got it, 8.8, tie game, no timeouts for the Celtics, shot clock turned off, Walker looking to go to 7, 3 seconds, Walker, step back, got it at the buzzer, Kemba Walker, the dagger, on the road in Chicago, ice in his face. Oh my goodness, I've never seen a step back game winner here on NBA 2K21. And we're gonna go to 7. How about this? Boston keeps the series alive. And in Game 7, the Game 7 Bulls can't continue their run here on NBA 2K21. They're gonna be a team that's gonna be tough later down the simulations. But the Celtics 4-7 and win 7, and now on their way to the NBA Finals. The Boston Celtics are your Eastern Conference champions of the world. And in Game 6, the Blazers are going to win this game on the road. In their first year with Giannis Antetokounmpo are headed to the NBA Finals, looking to win his first ring with Damian Lillard. And the Timberwolves, the second year in a row, they don't make the NBA Finals. What do you do with Ben Simmons and Karl-Anthony Towns as Giannis Antetokounmpo is your Western Conference champion? 2 teams remaining, Boston, Portland. Can you believe this? Both teams have fought hard to get here, and only one can remain. A best-of-7 series for the NBA Finals, the 2022 NBA playoffs, are up next. In Boston, 2-point game, Giannis throws it down! The Celtics lead this series 3-1. They're looking to win the championship here at home. 40 seconds to go against the Blazers. 112-112. Walker the step back. Walker missed it! Here comes Giannis and the Blazers, looking to keep the series alive and go to 6. On the drive, Antetokounmpo. 4 and answer for the MVP. And now it's 28 seconds. Kemba Walker down 2. We saw him win Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals at the buzzer on the step back to go to 7 and win the series. And can he do this here in game number 5? Step back from Walker, missed it. Valanciunas on the tip. And this game is tied once again. 13 seconds to go. Portland calls a timeout. After the timeout, looking to win the game. Lillard to Giannis. Giannis with 11 seconds on Jason Tatum. On the road, 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Lillard won't touch it. Giannis, deep three. Missed it. Nurkic, oh my. Oh my, let's just forget that happened. Honestly, I've never seen that, but if he didn't hit the side of the backboard, I think he wins the game. As we're going to go to overtime here in Game 5. Celtics, Blazers, tied up at 114. Walker at the line, up by 1 point, 13 seconds in overtime. Free throw is good. Out of timeouts, the Blazers have to tie the game for a 3 to win for the championship, and the NBA Finals are over here in Boston. It's Lillard, 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Lillard around the pick. Lillard in the paint to Antetokounmpo. 3 seconds. Draws the double. Lillard for the win. Back rim. And the Celtics hold on. They are your 2022 NBA champions of the world. Giannis doesn't win his championship in his first year in Portland, but nothing to be mad about. They can go right back at it in part 3 and compete. And honestly, I can't wait for part 3 now to drop. This series is getting crazy. The Celtics win this one in part number 2. We're going to go to the 2022 NBA offseason and see what happens, but Tatum is your MVP of the finals. Not making the playoffs this season, Kawhi Leonard, the Los Angeles Clippers, requested trade. He will be going somewhere in the East. And 94 overall emerging superstar in the NBA, Ja Morant, a free agent, will leave the Memphis Grizzlies and compete for a new team. 2,600 likes for part 3 ASAP. Thank you guys for watching.